bonus action every round.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
God, what's that one called?
I'm looking at
Fountain of Hell or Well of Hope or something.
Well, hope is like a spell. Aura of healing. I think that's it. Let me look.
Yes. Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Nope, that's not it. It's not in the compendium.
Oh, sorry. Aura Vitality.
Ah, yes. This has an aura of life too, which I think is a different thing. 3rd level. Oh, I can cast that.
Welcome, everybody, and we are live. We're playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. This is the Heroes Era. I'm your Dungeon Master, Ben. And with me tonight, I have the usual crew. Chris as Jules. And Bodhi as Reynold.
Hi, I'm like the only healer.
And Joel as Mordecai.
I'm here to blast fireballs, and I'm going to do it very, very well.
And we are playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. Of course, as always, we're playing 5th edition. This is an actual play, and we also export this as a podcast. Expect a new episode to drop this Friday. And I've almost forgotten how to do this because we didn't play last week.
Plug our stuff.
Well, first, tonight we're telling a story, but we do not yet know how it will go. The players, the dungeon master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. This is the Heroes Era. And yes, the aforementioned plugs, sir. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Well, here we are, folks. A little rusty, but we're doing it. So we got some main things. We're always streaming on Twitch. We take the first Monday off, as if you're a viewer, you would know that. We got our Discord, which is the Heroes Era. We coordinate various one-shots that people are working on. Ben sometimes gets to play an actual character and not just DM all the time, which is great for him. We also send memes, and we send GIFs that are from very old shows. We got Twitter, which is at the Heroes Era. Sorry, I did this, guys, a little bit. We got Twitter at the Heroes Era, which is where we have supplementary, campaign content, which is like quotes from people or polls for, voting for who you want to die in a fight against the beholder. It's a running joke. Don't worry about it. And we also have our YouTube, which is also the Heroes Era, which we upload these VODs to. And we also have our podcast, which we upload, which is a bit edited to cut out dead air and, a bunch of rules luring. Unless you want that, then we'll keep that in. Making promises for you now, Ben. Don't you worry about it. And those are available where you get most of your podcasts, I presume. I don't actually know the sites, but that's everywhere, as I've just been recently told in my ear. So
everywhere. You can go to your local convenience store. They've got them.
You can find a Graywell
with the bugles.
Yeah, most thrift shops, they're in the back aisle. You have to really dig for them. If anybody
your local bank website, they've got it.
It's on the bottom link underneath contact us. You gotta really search for it. If anyone else has a plug they would love to insert here, like your own social media, you are welcome to do so. Unless nobody does, then we're just gonna sit here for like.
I got nothing. I have nothing to add to any conversation except for my snarky wit.
So with that, let's jump right into the game. Things got pretty crazy last week. Actually, it was something of a momentous occasion. And you all partook in a ritual first, a ritual to try to control the black tentacles that have been emerging throughout the realm. And that ritual did not go well. It seemed to turn on Magpie and some who was a powerful wizard who wished to attempt this ritual. And some of you noticed and were able to intervene. And then Magpie started acting strangely, and there were hostilities exchanged, and things were very close to breaking down when, luckily, you heeded Commander Plaza's request to cease hostilities, Magpie left, presumably to begin preparation for the next ritual that would take place, and that would be the ritual of turning the Grapha. And again, the Grapha is a major block, or a mega block of sorts, excuse me. And it's essentially like a city within a strangely inverted pyramid tower of sorts. And I mean, I'm not going to get too into describing it again at this point, but when the Grapha turned, it did fall hundreds of feet into the earth, and pieces of the earth are, pushed outward as though there was a quake. And then horrors emerged after the dust settled. There were many spiders, huge spiders, and then there were creatures like people with the bodies of spiders and the upper torsos of elves. And then a creature like a scorpion and a snake emerged. And all of the people and warriors about were essentially stricken in terror as the creature moved rapidly up the Grapha, ascending it quickly. The group of you, were able to fend off several Drider and utilize the wall of fire as well as scaling buildings to confront them directly. And a large, portion of the populace was able to make their escape because of your bravery and your interjection there. Of course, Commander Plas asked Mr. Misbit, the helpful robot of sorts, and Yoshiruki to join her. Yoshiruki declined, quite stricken with what had taken place, it seemed. And Commander Plas and Misbit have retreated with some of the other troops, falling deeper into the city. And again, you have helped to facilitate the escape of many civilians. Well done. But then as we ended the session, also, Mordecai, you heard within your head the voice of Magpie telling you to come get your book, because she would only be able to hold it for so long. And that's where we'll pick up this evening. Mordecai, of course, the book that she speaks of is the ritual book that you all had used to summon the Black Tentacles earlier. This is a book that you all discovered earlier in the campaign.
Right.
Did Mordecai relay that information to us, or has he kept it silent yet?
I think you see him panicking.
Mordecai, yes, I know this is a really bad situation. There's a lot of going on. But Jules is looking pretty banged up over here. And do you need any help?
I'm fine. Can you still see my liver there, or did I get it all tucked back in?
Hold on. He's like tucks it back. Like it's a little out there. There you go.
Ow. Okay.
Yeah, it hurts. I know.
You only need one. It's okay.
Yeah.
We have a situation.
We have a lot of situations, Mordecai. What is
no,
it?
this is fine. This is a parade. We have a situation.
If this is a parade and we have a situation, this is not good.
Oh my gods. What happened?
Our demon's talking to you again. What's going on?
I am so sorry to have to rain on your parade, but the book.
Yeah.
It's starting to become an even bigger problem.
So you're
I just received a message.
Okay.
From our mage friend.
Oh, okay. Did they take the book?
Well, if they have the book and they're brainwashed and they're worried about it, I'm afraid that we have a situation in our hands that's even bigger than we even imagined.
Oh yeah, that if you're on somebody's side and then you're worried,
I'm gonna say the exact words that were spoken in my mind.
oh, well, yeah, either she's actually nice and isn't stealing your book, or she's like you said brainwashed and is worried about this book.
Or she's done something terrible
Honestly,
and has regained her sanity for a moment.
I trust the second half more than the first half because her just giving you this book back doesn't seem like a thing a wizard would do. No offense,
Okay, so we need to go get this book then.
All right.
Immediately.
Do we know where she's at?
Let's go. Yeah.
I would
Do we know?
guess
Yeah.
in her tower, most likely.
Okay. Well, it feels like the best place to start. So.
If she has the book and she's doing something with it, it's very likely that she's in her tower where her magical items are.
Yeah. No. That makes sense.
Can Reynolds look around for a big tower, specifically one that might have any, I don't know, tentacles or weird demon stuff coming out of it? Have some windows, maybe, like kind of like a dead giveaway sort of situation.
You recall you did visit her tower earlier, atop the Grapha.
So, but there's nothing like outwardly bad happening that I can see.
Like that you would be able to notice from the ground. Will you make a perception check, please?
Let's see. Let's do a perception. That's a 14.
Looking up the Grapha, you see still these large monstrosities climbing higher and higher. Many of them have already made it to the top and are peering over. The ones that are climbing about it seem almost to be patrolling its perimeter. You notice that the two main entrances are no longer visible. They must be below the earth now.
Yep, everything looks normal. Let's go to our tower and I don't know, get this book back before anything worse happens.
Sorry, I will be right back. I need to do something really quick.
Okay.
Jules, are you sure you don't need any healing whatsoever?
Well, I've got a couple heal potions. I don't want to. Are you good on spells?
Let's. Well, I got the one for Revivify, of course, as any good cleric will tell you. I'm actually pretty stocked up right now.
I mean, if you could spare a little, I would.
Yeah.
Not begrudge you.
Are you looking like worse than bloodied, or are you like?
I'd say, and I'm just going to throw out a random figure here, but like on a scale of 1 to 51, I'm at about an 18.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, it seems pretty bad. So what Reynolds going to cast Cure Wounds at 4th level on Jules. So you'll get 23 healing back.
Ooh, definitely more than doubled what I had.
There you go. That should, as he's like tucking your liver back in. It slipped out a little bit. There you go. Oh, hey, I think I see your second one growing
Push
back.
it in and then it seals it off. No, actually, that's amazing. I feel immensely better.
Yeah, that was a gnarly one you had.
Ferocious. Yeah.
I'm sorry I took your kill there at the end. It was very climactic, and
I don't know if I could have taken another hit. So it's better to have just taken them down. Honestly.
Yeah.
I saw you fighting. You were very heroic.
Yeah. That's a word that some people call it stupid. Some people call it it's a lot of things.
If I ever find a bard, I'm going to tell him about this and have him like draw it out and make it over the top exaggerated. Like
we will have a couple bards. We will have to hire some.
Yeah, get a wandering troupe.
Jules, you gain inspiration for your bravery.
Aw, you guys.
Yeah, we gassed up Jules so much that he now has.
I feel inspired.
The power of confidence.
The power of friendship, guys. It's the power of friendship. All right,
let's get to this tower.
now let's get back to let me brood some more now.
So, again, when the Carafa turned and dropped, the two main entrances were buried. These are the road-like entrances that you used before. In addition to these two main entrances, though, there are balconies, built beneath various entry points that would basically be windows or porches, perhaps. And these places, you could assume, are owned by the ultra-wealthy, or perhaps publicly held. And again, the top of the grapha would be several hundred feet up.
So we're gonna have to go through some. We're gonna be hopping fences, but like vertically through some rich people's homes to get to wherever Magpie lives.
Well, I could try to shimmy up the wall and peek into a couple of these balconies sneakily and see if there's any like either public entries or like maybe a residence that is not currently occupied at this exact moment that we could just slip right past through. Cool, I'll do that. So, is the wall like, is it scalable? Could I try to climb up to one of the balconies?
Yes, the wall of the grapha is rough, and there are protrusions along the way. So you would be able to scale this.
Wait, before you go, I'm going to go ahead and touch you and cast invisibility, so you burst into flames and disappear.
Ah! Oh. Every time you got to warn me, man.
If you're shaking your head, we can't tell.
I am, and I feel like you can tell. Actually,
I can actually. Yeah.
I feel like you're shaking your head in approval.
He's nodding.
Sure.
That's right. He's nodding.
Already going up the wall.
Will you make an athletics check, please, to climb?
Yes.
And you can do so with advantage.
Okay. And just for mechanics, I have so I can't be seen, and I have my boots of elvenkind, so I also cannot be heard.
Okay. This wall is rough, like dirt that is hardened until it is hard as a rock.
Okay, a 9 and a 19, so total of 22.
Okay. And as you climb, you see many spiders, and they're swarming this building. You know that you will not be able to climb for very long before you're overtaken by these creatures, or perhaps the worst monstrosities above. And you do see a balcony close. It seems to be ornate, with decorative stonework surrounding the awning.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll shimmy over to that one and take a quick, like just like a quick peek in. Well, actually, I'm invisible. Unless there's somebody standing like immediately in that spot, I'm just gonna hop onto the balcony.
Sure. And as you do so, you see that this is the balcony of a large banquet hall. And within the banquet hall, you see many of these monstrosities gathered, these elves with the lower torsos of huge spiders, and they seem to be gathered into two sides, and there's disagreement between them. You can tell that much.
Okay. Via psychic link to the other two guys, I'm going to say, I went into the balcony directly above us. This is definitely not our path of entry, but how long am I invisible, Mordecai?
So I believe invisibility lasts
an hour?
An hour? Yeah.
I think it's an hour.
Okay. I might have just walked into what looks to be a rather important meeting of the minds of the enemy. So I'm gonna check this out for a second and see if I can find anything out. Hold tight.
Okay.
And I'm gonna being invisible and silent, I'm going to tiptoe my way just a little bit into this room to see if I can hear the conversation happening and if I can even understand anything that's going on.
Okay. You see that amidst this group, they formed into two sides, but not only that, each side seems to have what would be a champion or a focus of that group. And between some of the ones that are gathered, not the two focal of the group, they seem to be placing wagers, and factions seem to be forming. And then the two that have taken to the center begin to fight. They're wielding rapiers, and they seem to be expert swordsmen.
Oh, never mind. It's just Fight Club. All right. Now, the conversation going around during these fights, I'm sure there's a lot of like cheering and bets being placed and whatnot. Do I get the vibe that this is just some like just some low level guys just burning some steam, or is there something really going on here?
Will you make an insight check, please?
Yes. $17?
It looks like one is challenging for power, and there's definitely been some kind of dispute.
Okay. All right, so it looks like it's a power fight. It's some sort of dispute between two factions of these groups. They're battling it out for dominance, I guess, for power control. Should I? What do you guys think? Should I keep checking this out, or should I get out of here before I get killed?
I think you should get out of there. I mean,
probably a good idea. Okay.
Yeah. Get us away
All
in.
Right. Yeah, I'll move back to the balcony and I'll try to slip back out onto the wall and maybe just sort of shimmy around to the next available space, if I even can. I don't know if the spiders have gotten too bad or not.
If you would make for me another athletics check, please.
Yes. Okay, 16.
And as you climb, you see a window ahead that looks like it's at the end of a stairwell. Excuse me, where the stairwell continues to ascend. Seems to be some kind of lookout or vantage point. The stairwell will probably be high traffic, but if you were to climb any higher, it would be quite difficult for the entire group of you to escape notice climbing the perimeter, unless you can all be invisible.
Okay. All right, so you guys see just a little bit off to the left from the balcony I was in. You see that window that's up there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I'm at. It's a little high. It's not too far though. Do you think you guys could get up to this window? Red, I'm talking to you specifically, bud, because I know you're lugging that armor with you.
I'm okay. Yeah, right.
I know you're the strongest too. I get that, but you're also, that's like 80 pounds on you, man. You're carrying a small child with you. All right, I'm sorry. I meant no disrespect.
No,
you guys think you can make
fine.
it up there?
All right. Well, I can try. And he starts moving towards the nearest handhold to start climbing up.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to keep an eye out, just sort of scanning the perimeter around the building to make sure there's nobody seeing this that shouldn't.
And I'm just looking at this wall. I'm just looking at this wall like my strength is negative.
I have rope. I can throw a rope down to you and help pull you up.
Um, how badly do we want to get up there? Because I feel like it might be worth just flying up there.
I'd rather save the spell slot, man. If we're gonna be fighting Magpie or something.
I will try.
Okay. All right. Well, Reynold goes first and starts climbing.
Okay. Then, Reynald, will you make an athletics check, and Malachi as well? And Jules, will you please make a perception check?
Yes.
I got a non-nat 20.
24 perception.
Okay. And then 11 from Mordecai.
Not bad. Not great.
Not bad for a -1.
Hey, that is slightly above average, buddy.
Yeah.
Looking up.
Reynald, you climb the wall easily, and Jules, as he's climbing, you see one of the large abominations making its way around the Grotha, searching, and this gives you a moment where you can warn Reynald and Malachi of this creature so that they can hide.
Malachi, his final form.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give him a quick.
my middle name.
Yeah.
All right, Eminem, watch out.
Yeah, I'll give a quick warning to them. Just, okay, big mean looking thing coming around the corner.
Very descriptive. Thank you.
Move quick.
I knew it wasn't Malachi, but I was having so much trouble remembering what your name actually was. After I said it, I was like, oh my God. I've been
that sounds right.
writing too many M names today. Anyways, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Malachi's the middle name from now on.
Next campaign, we're gonna coordinate all of our characters' names. It's gonna be Malachi, Mordecai, and like Murray.
Just Murray.
Just Murray. It's gonna be Aiden, Caden, and Jaden. That's gonna be our characters next time.
Unfortunately, Mordecai, you're only able to make it to near the first large balcony that Jules had explored. And if you would, please make for me a stealth check with advantage.
Okay.
Oh. Come on, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my double zone luck on that if I can.
You may.
That's not bad.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
And
come through, Demon Daddy.
A little better.
Malachite's doing good.
Just as this huge monster must have seen you, suddenly its attention is drawn away, and it continues upward. And Mordecai, you're able to join Jules and Reynald in this small, compared to the other balcony, the stairway, the opening is about as wide as a door made for a person. And the stairway is wide enough for a large creature to move snugly up or down as they please.
Each of you, as you get to the window, you still can't see me, but you feel my hands like grab onto your forearm and sort of help pull you in. And then as soon as you guys are in there, I say, now this was the safest way to get in here, but it is not the safest place to be in here. So we got to move quick. I'm gonna go ahead up the stairs since I'm still invisible and quiet, and I'll you guys follow behind me slowly. I will radio ahead if there's any if anything that you guys need to prepare for or hide from or anything like that. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna start up the stairs. I'm gonna start up the stairs ahead of them and just sort of be lookout for just like going around each corner before they do.
Sure. If you would, Jules, everybody please make stealth checks. The two following at a distance can make them with advantage.
I get advantage on mine automatically with the stuff.
Stuff. Okay.
With the stuff.
Stuff.
Well, I'm invisible and I've got the boots.
All the
Ooh,
stuff.
nice. I got a 16 on mine.
I have 14.
Being a stealthy boy today, 22.
The group of you move up this steeply ascending stairwell, and at one point you begin to hear a scuffle, like many, maybe like the falling of rain, but you begin to then see spiders coming around the corner, many of them. You're able to duck out of the hallway just into a small anterior chamber for a moment to avoid them and continue your way up. Originally, you had ascended using the lift, and that lift had taken several minutes to ascend, but now you're moving up the perimeter and using the stairs, and so it does take, perhaps 20 minutes to ascend, 15. Does that sound ridiculous? I'm trying to think of how long it would take in my head.
Envision how long it would take somebody to go up, like, how many flights of stairs, just like a normal person.
Yeah, basically like up a skyscraper. But I don't live in the city, so I don't
know either,
Yeah, so it takes some minutes to ascend.
Undisclosed amount of time.
That is the only danger that you encounter on the way. It seems as though a good portion of the monstrosities are caught in their own power struggle, as you had observed, Jules. And you do make it to the top, the surface of the Grapha, and it is quiet, and the streets are empty, and doors are shuttered or broken open, and so are doors. And there is Magpie's Tower just across the block. You see it. You see that the doors are wide open.
Oh, how inviting.
You'll make sure there's nothing waiting for us.
Yeah, I'll go take a peek. And I go and take a peek.
And you're invisible still, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, wait, did we figure out how long that lasts?
An hour.
It is an hour? Okay.
Yeah, it's confirmed. It's an hour.
And so the doors to Magpie's Tower are open. Excuse me. And you see inside chairs are overturned where there had been wizards studying, but now they stand chanting a spell. And you see the creature that had come out of the pit last, the one with the torso of a snake, seemingly attached to a scorpion with the hood of a cobra. But it seems reduced in size in some way and suspended in the air. It crouches on many legs. It appears to be caught in a magical spell. And Jules, will you please make for me a stealth check with advantage?
Uh, 19. I love that plus 11.
And then you also see, of course, Magpie is there, and she is focused on this creature intently, staring, seeming to be focusing on a spell.
Okay. They're all in here. They've got that scorpion snake thing in here, but they like shrunk it, and it looks like they've got it captured magically, or they're working on keeping it captured magically.
So they're not like summoning it; they're just like keeping it at bay.
It seems like, I mean, what is the creature doing? Is it like in like a suspended animation state, or is it like fighting against this?
As you watch, it seems to almost stretch its neck arrogantly in weight.
Okay.
You see the wizards sweating as they chant.
Yeah, they're trying very hard to hold this thing, but the thing is, it looks like they're wearing out, and it looks like it's just biding its time. So we might,
All right.
you guys should probably get in here. This might be
All right.
an issue very soon.
Reynolds starts moving for the door.
Jules is going to look for a spot where he can hunker down and kind of hide out. Something that looks like it'd be a good vantage point for him. If this thing does break free and start fighting people.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hold an attack for if that does in fact happen.
Okay, there's a desk near the door.
Perfect.
Stay there. And Malachi, do you join Reynald?
I do.
More to Mal.
Okay. And the two of you rush forward, and the scene is as I described to Jules. This time, Magpie's head whips to the entrance, and she shouts, "There! Take that library, those in the leather straps!" And she points to a desk that is tumbled over. There's a clear stack of books that have been bound in leather straps, as you would see somebody perhaps carrying many books at a time. Seem to be a number of them bound together.
Randall goes over. He's like, "I got a banishment spell. I could maybe try and banish this thing."
Magpie says, "No, you must leave. It can escape at any moment it likes." And Reynald, as you walk forward, and Mordecai, as you walk into the room, Mordecai, in your head, you hear a voice, and it says, "I am Rispatung, the crawling many, the lord of the darkness of the depths. Join me, Belial. Kill this magpie for us. I will give you this place and those books."
I will turn to him and say, "I'm sorry, friend. This face is borrowed, and your fate is sealed." And I will turn towards the books. Clearly, this is my fort. I will leave this creature to my friends, whom I trust, and I will rush towards the books.
Okay. Reynald, what do you do?
I got no idea what the hell these books mean. I'm not like a wizard. Mordecai, please help me. What do these books mean? It's like rifling through books. I don't know. I'm not like a spellcaster. I rely on faith. And he's just looking through books, just trying to find one that might seem helpful to this situation.
Psychically, I'm going to tell Reynald, ask her if that thing can still take damage in there, or if that'll mess them up.
Kind of like, is it just hurting that thing? And he starts pointing towards like the mass that's being held up. Can I hurt that, or is it gonna like?
I have it in a force cage. I know that it could leave whenever it wants. I suspect now it's using it as an opportunity to rest.
Interesting. Oh, great.
I don't know that you would want to be here when it gets out. This might be my last dance.
Oh, she's wearing tap shoes. Weird.
Oh, magic.
You
Mordecai.
hear, not psychically, out loud, you hear, because Jules is so done with all of these people, you hear out loud, "Then why are you letting it rest?"
And Magpie simply turns and shakes her head. In a moment, the creature that was inside of this cage of force is next to Magpie, and it speaks quickly. Magpie becomes dust and falls away as dust and feathers.
Mordecai and Randall just starts taking books and starts like throwing them at him to like put in the bag of holding. And starts carrying as much as he can get. We gotta bounce. We gotta get out of here.
And of course, Mordecai, you had grabbed the books described by Magpie as Reynold was kind of in a frenzy, struggling to figure out what to collect. Will you make a perception check, Mordecai?
Not great.
Okay.
It's
12.
Not terrible.
Mordecai, you see the familiar spine of the ritual book that you came up here to seek, and it is within this bundle of books that Magpie had pointed out. Now, the decision is to be made. Are you going to stand here and fight, or are you going to flee immediately?
So I just saw this thing touch Magpie and disintegrate her.
Yes.
Correct? I'm running.
Okay.
Good idea. And Reynolds has got a bunch of random books in his arms as he's just booking it out of there. He mentally says to Jules, "We gotta go too. Come on, man. We gotta go."
Okay. Jules is gonna make a sprint. Is gonna start to sprint out behind everybody, the other guys, just before, because this thing is like fully out now. It's about to just unleash hell on all these mages in there. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what seems like it's about to happen? Cool. Well, I'm all out of horse patches, so. Do I want to get one? I gotta get one in. I'm gonna just before I turn the corner. I'm going to fling a blade at this thing on the way out. Try to give him a little bit.
That parting blow.
Yeah.
If not one
Okay.
calling card, the other.
I'm still invisible, so I got advantage, right?
Yes.
Oh,
God, so close.
that close. All right, well, that's a 29 to hit.
A 29 will hit.
Okay. Ooh, it's a good roll. Real good roll. So that'll be 31 points of damage.
And this thing,
And then
you can't tell whether they're snake eyes or scorpion eyes, but they've locked onto you and your position.
Oh, yeah. Jules, you fool.
I take off full sprint, bonus action to dash.
Okay. And you hear the shouting of the wizards in the room, and there's a great conflagration as surely many fireballs are cast. And then there is silence as you flee. And you can flee down the stairs if you wish, taking the same way that you came.
Yeah.
And the adrenaline carries you through the grapha, and as luck would have it, you don't encounter any spiders, any monstrosities, little more than bugs crawling across the walls at this point, seeming to be investigating every nook and cranny, but not the ones that you're taking on your way out. And you find that window in the stairwell that you used to enter.
And we got there incredibly quickly because I threw that blade. You guys heard you heard the thing probably make some sort of sound. It locked eyes with me, and I turned and ran, caught up to you guys as you're like spraying down. It's like, run. And the now fully visible Jules breaks past you and takes off down the steps. So yeah, once we get there, I'll take a quick peek out the balcony, or out the window rather, see if there's any or should we just well, we can't go downstairs. Yeah, I'll look out the window real quick, see if there's anything out there that we would be concerned about.
Please make a perception check.
Also, how if we were to theoretically jump out this window, how much dice of fall damage would we take?
How high up are
you're
we?
about 70 to 80 feet above the ground.
Ooh, okay, not doing that.
I can risk that. We can do this.
It's about a fireball's worth of fall damage.
Yeah, we could probably survive, but
I'll take my chances with the fall versus that thing.
Jules sees that there are no creatures on the exterior that would interfere with you if you were to climb down at this moment.
All right, we're clear. Let's go for it. If anybody decides to fall, try to get down a few stories before you do so.
And if you go, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Reynold just takes the books he's been carrying and just kind of like shoves them into the bag of holding. He's like, I don't know if those are useful or not. I'm gonna start getting down here.
I'll just put them in the handy haversack that I carry.
You can look through those later. I don't know if they'll be any use. And Reynold starts climbing down also.
He just picked up a bunch of Reader's Digest.
Yeah, it's like Fence Post Weekly.
If you would please make for me athletics checks if you wish to climb.
Let's see. 17.
14. I'll throw a psychic blade on that if I need to, or a psychic die. Not a psychic blade. That's not gonna do it.
Wow.
Nice.
17?
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get a scene set up as well. As you climb down, leaving this window behind you, you're able to climb down safely enough. You make it to the ground. Jules, you almost slip on one occasion, but are able to grab yourself. What? Nonetheless, you make it to the ground.
Cartoonishly, he like grabs his shirt and like pulls him up.
And the danger of Rispatung is behind you, but the sky seems to take a dark pall, and the streets are taken with terror. And you do see spiders crawling amongst the city.
Hey guys, I think I got Magpie killed.
I think we're gonna have to jump ship again. I think we're gonna have to go find a new continent.
We're gonna run out of land masses.
I know.
No, but like seriously, I yelled at her and she got distracted, and then she got that thing killed her. Like
no, she was
is
going.
that on me?
No, everyone in that tower is dead. No, that was going to happen
No.
regardless. I mean,
Okay,
you kind of sped it
That
up.
worked.
Oh, everyone's dead.
I mean,
Like,
I guess you could say you basically
deaths.
killed her, but she was going to die anyway. So if you want that blood on your hands, you can take it.
Just no survivors.
No, I heard like 5 fireballs go off. No one was surviving that.
Well, I mean, 5 fireballs though, so like no one survived it. So
No, yeah, they
not
probably
the thing
furnished.
either.
They probably killed each other before the big weird
Kill them. Yeah.
thing killed them. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, they're all ash now, regardless of how it happened. Well, what do we do now?
This has been a weird day for me, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This has been a weird day. Yeah. What do we do now? Yeah. What? Oh my God.
Because I know that we're not. Look, we can have all the bravado in the world. That city, the Garafta, that's lost. There's no taking that back. Not without armies and holy clerics like myself. That is whew.
Yeah. Well, right
That's
now,
a lost cause.
let's just make sure we keep moving and let's get somewhere safe, and then we can regroup.
Ideally, we should clear our names.
With what?
Well, we don't even know who tried to slander us to begin with.
Are you talking about the cult of wizards that want to kill us for being too cool and holding on to a rock? Are you talking about some new thing that must have slipped my memory?
Well, that too. We know who holds the rock currently.
We do. Yes, we do.
And it just so coincides that it's the same person it's the same creature I'm trying to get back at. And I just point at my mask.
Oh, right. Sorry. a lot has happened in the past few days
So-
we've been here.
So if we want to clear our names, that might be a good place to start.
All right,
Okay.
let's brainstorm ideas. How do we go about that? I mean, one, we kill the person that did it,
Mm-hmm.
and that pretty much solves that. But barring that, what else could we do?
Well, if we can in some way regain that gem and return it, we might be able to clear our names at least partially. It would be a step in the right direction.
I feel like if we show back up carrying the gem that they accused us of taking and nothing else, that
Yeah,
they're just gonna think that we're trying to get out of a bad, like, I don't feel like that alone would clear our name.
No, but if we were to at least bring that gem back, along with some proof that there was devil influence within our plane.
I think we got proof right here. And Rhino just kind of gestures back towards the Grafta. I mean, I have sending. I can contact somebody inside, the order and let them know, hey, it's messed up. Wasn't us. Some demon took it. And then
My problem with that, though, is that it becomes kind of suspicious that we're tied to every single devil activity that's happened on
not our fault.
every continent that we've been on
It
so
just
far.
happens around us, okay?
And we don't want to be a part of it either.
Yeah, I think we just birthed some new demonic god that's just here to kill everything with spiders.
It would be wise to let them know of the situation so that they're prepared at least.
And you find yourselves walking away from the Grafa down one of the side streets here. Do you have a location in mind for where you all would be headed?
I'm thinking.
At this rate, probably hell.
Well, I guess we could get there technically, but it would take a bit.
Lucky returns to you as well, Mordecai.
Oh, there he is.
Where would be a good place to set up base camp for the time being? I initially went to the ship that we arrived here on, but that was sold, and we don't know if the guy's got another one, and that's a bit of a journey down another cliff. I don't think it would be wise just to sleep in the woods either, because I suggest we get a ways away from this place,
Okay.
and then we
We
hunker down in a good cave or something and take a night off.
You know what we need
Mm.
is allies. We don't have any allies.
We got Derek. What are you talking about? He's all the ally we need.
Well,
Oh my god, guys, you think Derek's okay?
Wait, where's Derek?
He's probably dead.
No, you just pops up. I've been here the whole time.
Actually, guys,
As he
I've been
does.
behind you.
We still have one ally within the Mage's Order, but he's about to be executed.
Yeah.
It's been a few days ago. He might have already been.
I mean, I could try and cast sending at him, and if it doesn't go through, then he's just dead.
The trial
Okay.
would have been tomorrow,
Mm.
as far as
So we do
the
have-
time that has passed. I know sometimes that gets lost in the shuffle.
Would you like to?
So
I'd rather have at least one more guy on our side.
I can cast sending to him, but if one of you guys die and then today I can't bring you back. Oh no, wait. I guess I technically could. Yes. Okay. You want me to get cast sending and ask Brahms what's up?
Yeah.
Because he told me
Yeah,
before
maybe
that
we
he
should check
had
in with them.
a few days to live, pretty much. All right. I'm gonna start drafting up a script to Brahms.
Basically, does he want us to rescue him?
Well,
I don't see how we could. I don't see how we could possibly get back over there.
It's a week's journey. I mean, we could use the little thingy and base it off of that, but I don't know how effective that's going to be.
I'll bring out my bling bling.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way we could feasibly do it. But we could also end up somewhere else. So
It's an option.
So I should what should I say to him? That A?
Also, I feel like if we end up somewhere else, that might not be the worst thing considering what we just saw.
That's also true.
Also a good point. Yeah.
Okay. Things we should cover with prompts. A, things are bad over here. B, are you okay? Are you going to die? C, need help?
Yeah.
D,
Yeah.
Other. I mean, you guys can chip in too. So, A.
I mean, that's all the key parts that I wanted to hit with them.
I know
There's gotta
that.
be a reason why he saved us.
Well, what's the deal with that thing? What is that thing even called? Because I don't know if the name of Rispin Tongue was spoken out loud or not.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell them what I heard in my head.
Okay.
Cool. So I got a name. He could bring it up, and he could be like, "Oh, this stuff's bad over there. You can delay my trial, and buy him some time." That's good. That's good. Okay, so Rispin Tongue is back, rampaging the Grafta. Are you okay? Question mark. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do we need to help you? 15. I got 10 words left. What should I?
We may need your help.
We need allies. We need allies. Okay, 7 left. Anybody want to chip in? Anybody want to say hello? Like Jules say hello, or Mordecai says hello, or we say hello.
Say love you very, 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 very much.
Okay, love you very, 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 very much. With love, the Brain Crew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Please live. Okay. That's 25 exact. So, as we're walking, I'm going to send a message to Brahms using sending. And I'm going to speak these words. I'm going to put it in the Roll20 chat for posterity's sake.
Okay.
Okay, I speak to him. Rispin Tongue is back, rampaging the Grafta. Are you okay? Do we need to help you? We need allies. With love for the Brain Crew. Please live.
Trial is at midday tomorrow. You should stay away.
I mean, that sounds like help rescue me.
Well, I think he would have just said, help rescue me.
That's what I heard.
Man, he doesn't even use the whole response back. He had like 10, 15 more words.
What a dick.
Yeah, I know.
Now I really want to rescue him.
Is he trying to save? He's trying to save on minutes here. He's got an unlimited plan.
Yeah, he understands these don't roll over, right? So, I mean, but realistically, though, it's like we go. What are we gonna do? We're gonna kick in the door and take on the entire Magocracy in one swoop.
We go in, we grab him, and we get out, and that's it. The entrance part is the hard part, but once we get to him, it's
no,
easy.
The entrance part is not the hard part. The exit is the hard part.
I don't feel like it would be, though. I feel like getting to him is going to be the worst part of the entire thing, and getting him out would be the easiest. Now, considering we don't end up on Pandemonium or the 9 circles of hell, or
any of the 87 wizards in the room don't counterspell it before we
could
try
they
to
though?
leave.
That's a good question. Could they?
Could they?
I don't know, man. I'm a rogue.
Because I'm assuming off the information that they can't. The assumption.
Either way, though, I mean, but listen, if you
I don't think this is gonna happen.
I never turn my nose up on a suicide mission. You want to go back and give it a whirl? We can go give it a whirl. I've been on multiple suicide missions in my life, which just goes to show you that they're not always suicide missions. But I don't know. I just don't know if that's a good move for us right now.
Yes. I feel like we have a lot of threads that we're following at the same time.
Yeah.
And I feel like we need to pull on one of them and just see where it goes.
Okay.
So let's choose one thing. We have a big plate full of a lot of things. Let's choose one thing and chew on it.
Okay. I say.
So let's look at.
Oh, sorry. No, if you're going to pull up our options, please do.
I was just gonna say let's look at our options, and then that was as far as I was going. All right. No. Okay. So we could go help out Brahms. That's one of the options, things we can do. We can we need to try to find this stone. Try to follow some sort of lead or something with that. What else do we have? What are other options that we could do? Is it just the two?
Mordecai's face is just haunting you as you ask the question.
Yeah.
I think it's literally just those two, and we just kind of made one up out of nowhere, which is saving Brahms.
Oh, the mask, your mask. Yeah, we got to deal with that too, I guess.
Oh,
I'm just used to it now, I guess.
Honestly, it's nothing anymore.
Yeah.
No, that's up to you though, Mordecai. Like if we can.
It would be nice.
All right, let's chew on that first.
All right.
I say we chew on
plenty
that.
Of meat
and then
in there.
We'll chew on that.
To chew on that.
And then we'll go to hell.
And so,
all right.
You have been walking northeast of the Grapha along the boulevard, and you see a tavern if you wish to rest.
You know what?
Yes.
You guys have done so much. This round's on me.
Oh, thank you, Mordecai. So gracious of you. These rooms are only like 2 silver pieces a pop.
And this is called the All Tavern. And as you enter, there's a friendly cater of dwarves seem to be running the tavern. Though they look at you with suspicion as you enter, given the earlier activities in the day. Oi there! Where are you all from?
Oh, and the Mayan guy is like, do we tell him we're from Grafta?
Nah, no reason to lie.
Yeah, we're from Grafta. We're trying to not be there right now and just want to sleep because we've had a big day.
All right, well, I'm opening up the inn to the community today, so your stay is free tonight, but make sure you keep it clean, all right? I'm talking to you there, weird one.
Oh, I'm sorry. You'll have to forgive our friend.
That's
this is
his
not.
Skin.
Oh, well.
It's quite horrible. He came out in the womb like that. It's very bad. It's not good.
I'm very sensitive about it.
Dwarf looks as though
I lean in the dwarf real close, like his mother was cursed. See, he doesn't like to talk about it.
Yeah, Reno tries to pull off the mask. Like, see, it's not budging. Yeah.
All right, well, my mistake on that, lad. Apologies, okay? It's kind of a stressful day.
We know.
Well, have a room, have a drink, as you please. The All Tavern's your tavern.
That's a good slogan.
Thank you.
You say you're offering room.
5 gold.
Yeah, I was to say, you say you're offering rooms free to the public right now?
Free for the night. Yes, we have a few down the hall. I'll have
I'll pitch in
Kath
another
and...
5 on that as well.
Yeah,
I'm
pardon?
gonna throw him 5 gold.
Oh, it's just too kind of you. I've got some boar meat on. I'll serve up right away.
Yeah, I'll pitch in 5 as
thank
well.
goodness. Yeah, me too.
Oh, well met, well met.
So you're doing a good service to the people around you. So
Right, if
maybe
you
this
see
will help
any...
you to.
I'm sorry for
recoup any
talking
loss.
over you. It's just,
No, it's
if you-
okay. Just we want to just help you recoup any losses that you might have from helping out your community.
I appreciate it. If you would do me a favor, you see any bugs, spiders mainly in here, squash them. Or send them out if you're fair of heart, but I don't...
I am not as kind about spiders as I used to be.
Yeah, that will
Interestingly
change
enough.
you. Change you for it
I'm
there.
not a fan anymore.
As we walk in
I
the
think it's
tavern, and we're talking to this the guy who runs this place, does it seem like anyone recognizes us at a glance? I just want to know if there's anybody that we've helped keep safe is here taking residence.
Sure. As you look about the room, everybody seems to be kind of minding their own company, but you do recognize a small group that was very near the group of soldiers that you had aided. There at hand.
Randall just kind of like he grabs an ale and just kind of like raises a cup to him and gives like a solemn nod and like starts shumbling off to a room to go sit down.
You hear them begin to whisper your names.
Well,
Listen, can we plan in the morning? Because I'm tired.
yeah. Mordecai, you mind letting me look at one of those books I found? I'm just curious. I'm probably not gonna be able to understand any of it, but I'm curious what a wizard keeps in their big.
I'm gonna hand him Sport Weekly.
Oh yeah, I love sports ball.
No, I'll let you see whatever you want.
I just grab a book at random.
I mean, there's a big Stein sliding following here on the frozen south,
Good game.
Do you all have anything else in mind for the evening before you retire?
I'm gonna
Jules
take a
already
look at those
asleep.
books too.
Okay. Look at books as well, you say, Mordecai?
Yeah, just to see what the general subject matter is.
Sure. You do find amongst this what appears to be a high-level spell book. Perhaps it was magpies. And you see spells you've heard of, but perhaps have not been able to learn yet. And at this, we're going to take a break for the evening for about 10 minutes. And you all will level up to level 9.
Yes.
Okay, I have to scramble now.
We'll be back in 10, and then the adventure continues.
Ray's dead, I guess.
And we're just leveling up to level 9. So just hang out, and we'll be jumping into the game shortly.
Yeah, usually when we level up, it's right at the end of a session, and we have a whole week to think of what to do. Now we're doing it mid-session, and we're really having to think.
Surprise!
Thank you, Ben.
I mean, it's fine. My passive perception is a 20 now, so I am love this.
Oh no!
You're not getting anything past him, Ben. Anything short of a 21 or higher.
Not sure how I feel about that.
My passive perception is now a 20. My stealth is at a plus 13. Yeah, rogues are stupid after a certain level. They just become really like way too good at everything. Wait till I get reliable talent. Been like, note to self: kill Jules.
So anything that's based off proficiency that I know I will have to change up.
And so it sounds like Chris is maybe leveled up. Bodhi's almost. Joel is.
I have like
Working
a
on.
spell I have to pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
I'm leveled up. I'm playing a martial class. This took me 2 minutes.
Yeah, he was done like immediately.
Yeah, I copied and pasted a couple of things off of D&D Wiki. Increased my hit points. Changed the proficiency bonus and everything. Updated automatically. Thank you, Roll20. And yeah. Then I went and got cookies.
Well played.
I wish I had cookies. That sounds good right now. How dare you? Well, I guess I know what I'm going to take for my spell. It's going to be one or the other.
Oh, what? It's. I was not expecting this one.
A curse.
Oh, this makes things difficult. Very, very difficult.
Yeah, we're just going to take Mass Cure Wounds because you can never have too much healing. Okay, I think I'm done.
Okay.
I hope.
And how we doing, Joel?
I am just choosing the last spell.
Alrighty.
I should be good.
Okay. Why don't we jump into the game then? And so you all have rested for the evening and you feel your newfound powers and strength. And when morning comes, today Shokra Fleece does not bring any light. And it is dark outside and raining. The dwarves welcome you to the lobby of the tavern. Can't imagine you slept all right.
Yeah, sorry for all just kind of staring blankly and not saying anything. It's just still processing yesterday. It's been an ordeal.
Jules comes down from his room just a few minutes after everybody else does, with like this massive bed head just sticking to one side. And he's like, "Hey," looks at the dwarf. You guys, you get coffee? You brew any coffee?
Oh yeah, right. Got it right here for you. And
Awesome.
some stew, some groats stew. What do you like?
Stew. Yeah, coffee stew sounds good.
And as you drink the coffee and eat the stew, there's kind of a strange crunch in the stew.
Jules mulls that over in his mouth for a minute. He's like, "Oh."
And a bit more crunching and, it's easily digestible. Doesn't taste
Does it
like
taste
much.
okay?
Yeah, it doesn't
No?
change the
Okay,
taste
I
at
know.
all. Yeah.
I'm good.
Weird texture, but all right. Well,
All right. So this mask predicament here. Where do we start with that?
I guess the best thing that we can start doing is just, I don't know, going to hell.
I'm gonna start with that.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the simplest thing that we can conceivably do.
Oh man, what kind of agenda do we have that's our simplest thing?
Honestly, it's like, okay, it may not be exactly simple, but it is still. I mean, oh god, I just don't know. You know,
Well, I'll tell you. Let's. Yeah, yeah. Maybe we go to hell first before we deal with the mask, because honestly, the mask might help us out a little bit down there. And then, you know, then we can finally get this mask off of our charisma-based character, so that he can do some of the talking to these people, and they don't all hate him.
so
To make sure that we're all on the same page, the stone that you carried, the magic stone that you carried at one point that has been discussed, was the location of that was revealed because of the mask, because the Bilal was looking through the mask that Mordecai wore. So that we all recall that.
So basically, all of our plans, you can see them.
All of the plans, what now?
So basically, all of our plans that we're making currently, you can see through the mask.
yeah,
Oh.
Ben's like, I didn't even realize.
Intended to remind you of that, but yeah, to some degree. So you recognize that it was likely Bilal that took the stone as well.
So it's probably a better idea that you plan it without me.
Yeah. We'll plan getting this guy's dumb, ugly face off of your face before we do anything else.
That sounds good.
Jules, can you not Mordecai, because we remember the whole you seeing through bit, and I talked to Jules in the corner for a second, like whether you can read your books or whatever.
Yeah. Give us a sec. We're gonna start.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
go.
Working on that.
You start doing
go ahead and study
your
the
stuff.
books.
Jules,
Go.
I got more access to magic. I don't know if any of it's going to be really any good because I did lesser restoration on him, and that was kind of like, get his mask off, and it hurt me. And that wasn't great. I'm pretty sure I have remove curse, which I've also tried, which didn't work. I have greater restoration, which also does, more stuff, but I don't think it'll work either. And plus it costs like gold to do it, so I don't want to do that.
What's it cost?
Like about 100 gold pieces worth of like gems and such, like a diamond specifically for hunting.
Gotcha. I don't know much about magic. I don't know much about magic, and I know even less about the brand of magic that you wield. Your holy god magic is, it's amazing. It's
I'm still figuring it out.
I don't know what it is or how it works, so I defer to you. If you think there's a chance that it'll work, I'm okay with spending the money to try to help our friend. I've got the money. We can get a diamond. That's fine. If you think that it's fruitless, then okay. And I trust you on that. I think that if we do decide to do it that way, I don't think that you should tell him. I think that you should just come up behind him and just grab him by the back of the neck and cast it. Try to not let the mask see it coming.
I didn't prepare it today, so it's not going to happen today regardless.
I'm saying if and when we do decide to take that path, I think that's how you should do it. I don't think you should mention to him at all that you're considering that spell, so that if that being does have some sort of a defense against that sort of thing, it's not prepared.
Okay, quick check between the two of us, because he would obviously know more about this. Do we think that the guy that owns that mask, that wants it back, or his face or whatever, this weird demon stuff going on. Do we think he's on this plane or is he in the 9 circles of hell? Because one is a lot more complicated.
See, I don't know.
I don't know either because like this weird spider guy started climbing out of like the earth or something like that, and like it's popping up every day now, you know.
And like the vibe, I mean, we were all talking about going to hell to find. So I was like just sort of following along with that, but like,
it's quite funny to say with no context.
I genuinely don't know where this thing actually is.
Okay, I could also do this thing called scrying, but I need like a focus, and that's like very expensive. But once I have it, and we're good there. But I don't know if it would work with that guy, you know, that owns that face in the first place. But it would be a way of figuring out. I kind of look over my shoulder. How's Mordecai doing? Is he happily reading, eating some crunchy soup?
I assume so.
Yeah.
He seems to kind of be staring at us without moving. It's a little weird. Okay, well, anyway.
For Sarah.
It's really, I know we got used to it, but it's still freaky.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so. Oh, man.
So it sounds like what have you two decided?
Okay. I don't think we got anywhere. Okay.
Okay, so we can use the spell. If that's what you're talking about, the spell. We can acquire a diamond today, and we can try that tomorrow if you want to.
Okay,
I'm fine with that.
Okay, here's a good thing we should try to do. Plan of action. Okay, we can actually have some shit to do for once. We get a diamond for greater restoration. See if that works. If it doesn't work, we get like a crystal ball, which is like 1,000 gold pieces worth. It's it's an expensive focus, but when we get that, I can scry and look at people from across the world, and we can see if he's on this plane or if he's in another plane, and we can go from there. So I guess our next option is to go find somebody that would have something like that.
You'll find a 1,000 gold crystal ball.
Yes.
Okay. Just full disclosure, I have just a skosh under 900 gold right now.
I have like 1,400 gold. I've been.
Oh, all right. Dang. Well, you're
buying. Yeah, man. I need money for spell components.
Yeah. No. Of course. And I don't. That's the whole thing. So
yeah,
I'm more than happy to pitch in for the. Oh wait. I pull out dig into my pouch, and I pull out a little sack. We still have 1,000 gold in party funds.
Oh, that's right.
1075 to be exact.
I think we could just use that then, because that seems really. Because obviously,
this item is gonna be beneficial for the party.
Yeah,
so
we can see a bunch of stuff with it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with us, allocating the party funds for that. I guess maybe we should check with. Well, no, maybe we shouldn't check with them right now.
No, we could just tell Mordecai, "Hey, we're going shopping," and then we just go buy stuff, and doesn't have to know what we're buying, just that we need to go buy stuff. Because I'm sure he's got some stuff that he needs like spell components for.
Sure.
I mean, we just got out of like a big fight, so we might need to recoup.
Mm-hmm. Quick DM question: is there, when we got to this place? I know there was the inn there, but is there like a whole little like settlement area? Are there places we could shop around nearby and stuff, or?
Yes. This is a vast city.
I know we kind of left the main part of town. Okay.
Yes, you seem to have left the more dangerous downtown area behind you. Who knows what the rest of the city will be like, but there should be something somewhere, I imagine.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Via psychic link. Hey, Mordecai.
Yes. How can I help?
Hey, we're gonna go do some shopping. You need us to pick up anything while we're out?
I should be fine with my current items.
Yeah, you don't need any like incense or anything like that.
No, I think I'm all sucked up. I could use something
Okay.
for this cold weather.
Okay, we'll look for like a
Okay.
good puffy coat for you.
Gotcha, buddy. All right. Well, the mine link is on, so if you need us at any point, give a shout.
I understand.
All right.
All right.
And then Jules and I go out shopping for jewels and crystal balls or
And a coat.
other focuses, you know.
Okay. It is very dark outside, and you can see that the many spiders have made webs stretching from the still spectacular height of the Grapha down to the many taverns, storefronts surrounding the mega block. Even just overnight, these webs have become quite dense, almost forming a large wall dividing the city in half.
That looks
Oof,
bad.
Don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Very nice.
As you look about for shops, will you make just an overall charisma check, Jules?
Yeah.
Charisma?
Put on your little dangly hat, you know.
Could
People love the bells on that thing for whatever reason.
Okay, charisma. Lucky 13.
Okay. Many of the shops seem to be shuttered still for the day, and many people too seem to have left the city. After you search for some time, it is almost midday when you find a place. Looks like they sell various components here. And you enter. The shopkeeper hastily greets you and does have the crystal ball that you seek. And if you would please roll me a charisma check as you are dealing with the shopkeeper.
You want me or Jules to?
Whoever is doing more of the talking.
I'd probably leave that to Jules then, because I am not very adept at this sort of thing. Like, Jules, you got to talk to the guy. This isn't my thing, man. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Jules froze.
Oh no.
That's tricky. Is that an automatic fail? No, I'm just kidding.
He just sits there trying to haggle and is stonewalling him.
We'll have that item for full price.
Okay.
For 1,000 gold, you can
All right.
purchase a crystal ball.
Okay. Well, we'll note down that we've used the party funds for it, so we have 75 in the bank. So that, because this is a thing that will, you know, I'm sure we'll be taking advantage of all the time. So I now have the spell component necessary, or the focus necessary for this. I didn't prepare it today, though, so I'm probably going to have to wait until tomorrow to use it. And then I will go looking for, you know, diamonds, jewels, stuff of that nature for, you know, spell component wise.
Okay.
Mainly a 100 gold piece diamond and a 300 gold piece diamond. Or wait, hold on. Let me look specifically. It's 100 for greater restoration, which I want to get for sure, just to see if it'll work or not, before we start going on this whole rabbit trail. And I want to see if there's either a revivified diamond, which is 300, or a raised dead diamond, which is 500.
You're able to find whichever you like. It seems as though these people are eager to sell, given the circumstances. They're just trying to, you know, clear their inventory and get out of town.
Okay, I definitely buy a greater restoration one, for sure. So it's 100 gold pieces I hand over. And I will... God. You know what? I'll just get another Revivify Diamond.
Okay.
And if we need to cast Raise Dead at any point, it's going to be a mad scramble for finding that spell component. But I'll leave it there.
Okay.
So I've spent the appropriate money. After that, I guess we'll head back to the inn and talk to Mordecai and see what he's up to. If he, oh, sorry, I almost forgot. I'm gonna get him a very big, puffy, like Alaskan coat.
Okay.
It seems like that can fit him. I'll pay however much.
Okay. Very good. As you do so, Jules decides to look at one of the nearby shops and steps inside. And when you come outside, he's not there at the moment.
Well, that's typical.
And the streets are mostly empty at this time. People are in fear of the monstrosities that have taken to the Grapha, it seems. And there are an inordinate number of spiders, roaches, and sometimes in the shadows, snakes lurking as well. Now, as you leave your shop after having gotten the nice winter coat for Mordecai, an old man pulling a cart with luggage and bird cages approaches you. "Hello, young man. Can I trouble you for a drink? Maybe a bite to eat?"
Sure. I hand over some like jerky I have on me, and I take like a flask that I have full of water, a like wine skin full of water, and I hand it over. I was like, I'm guessing you're a refugee from the whole, and kind of like points towards the big spider situation going on, the whole thing.
"Oh, something of that, yeah, something like that. Thank you, young one.
No problem.
Maybe some bread for my birds."
And I'll see if I pat down. I got some bread. It's kind of stale though.
"Oh, perfect.
There you go. And I give him some.
A half dozen or more canaries flit about the old man's shoulders. Thank you, young one." The birds dance about, leaving quickly to take to a rooftop, perching quickly on your shoulder, landing on a windowsill to peer inside, just, looking about this alleyway. "Yes, my friends. So you're the one they call Hook, right? Brave
Yes.
warrior."
I feel like I'm about to get mugged here, and I do say that out loud. It's like I feel like I'm about to get mugged, but I don't know why that would happen.
"I'm just an old man.
I'm sorry. I'm inherently suspicious. It's fine. It's not a you thing.
You're a powerful cleric, even favored by Bahamut."
Yes.
"So they say."
I assuming you want/need something that only a cleric can do.
Something that only a cleric of Bahamut can do.
Oh, your follower?
You might say that. Do you know Bahamut?
Well, not personally. Not much like any followers to a religion, but I have been gifted some certain attributes of, dragon-like things. Scales on my arms are with a gauntlet and show them.
Oh, yes,
and,
yes.
Some innate, fire breath, but, also holy magic of that nature.
Bahamut is the bridge between dragons and the people of Gira.
I would say that, yes, I knew that, but I'll be honest with you. No, I didn't.
It is true. Bahamut and the chromatic dragons will make deals. The metallic dragons will make deals with mankind, humans, as long as it, is beneficial to them. Yes.
Yes. I mean, I get it. Yeah, it's just like a simple agreement. Something
Now,
like giving money over and treasure for protection in a region, stuff like that.
as a cleric, you might know that Bahamut and many of the other gods have made an agreement to leave Gira.
Yeah, we could sure use them right now, but it's their decision.
Yes, they had decided to leave Gira and to give the world to Anam.
Yeah, I've been. It's tough being, the essentially representative of a god because you're expected to do, what they would do, but you don't really have much of the as much power to back it up with. I'm, trying my best out here helping people as I can, but only so much one person can do.
Yes, and it seems as though the gods have left most people, so that you retain your powers must be a special gift.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why I got these powers in the first place, but with these powers, I am doing good. Yeah, I haven't really looked too much into it. I should probably do that at some time. It's an interesting thought that you've given me.
I must be honest, I am here for something specific. And Hook, there will come a day when the metallic dragons leave the laws that have bound them to peace with man. They'll fly beside the chromatic dragons. When this day comes, you must remind them. The metallic dragons, you must remind them that they serve the platinum dragon.
Right. Are you a dragon in, disguise?
Will you make a religion check, please?
That's kind of like the vibe I'm getting right now, Religion, sure. Oh, God. I don't have inspiration or anything. It's a natural one for a total of 7. If I had inspiration, I would use it, but here we are.
I'm just an old man. Now, as I was saying, when you remind them that they serve the platinum dragon, powerful cleric, that is when the light of Gira will shine again.
Okay. Hold on. This is starting to sound like a long prophecy. So he takes out a little notebook and starts writing this. Okay. So when the metallic dragons team up with the chromatic dragons, remind them that they serve the platinum dragon, and then when I do that, the light of Gira will shine again. Okay. Anything else to this prophecy you're telling me, this wise old man?
One more thing. I need you to watch one of my canaries.
Sure. I go to dangerous places, so I'll try to not put it in the crossfire or anything, but I'll try to take care of it.
Yes, always keep it with you. It has been many dangerous places. It knows what to do.
A seasoned bird. Does it have a scar across an eye or a clip of its ear missing?
Oh no. Here, take this cage. And he hands you a wicker cage about 2 feet tall, a foot wide. It's conical with a domed top. Promise me you will do this. Always keep her with you.
Her? Does it have a name?
He seems to think a moment. You decide.
Female Canary, eh? Well, I'm gonna have to think on a name because I'm not gonna do that on the spot. But I will keep her out. If I open this cage, will she just kind of fly away?
Oh,
or is this kind of where she lives? Okay.
I usually leave the doors open for them. You see. And he gestures to the birds who are flying about the street around him.
Right. Gotcha.
Now, Reynald, Remember
Yes.
what I have told you.
I will try to.
And the old man begins to walk away slowly, the birds flitting about his shoulders.
You're definitely a dragon. Oh well. See you later, wise old man whose name I didn't catch. Man, what a mystery. Well, he looks at this new canary that he's got. I'll give you a name later. And he opens the door and kind of like puts the canary on his shoulder. And it's like, can you like hear me? Are you like magical? Or are you just like a bird?
The bird seems to respond by tweeting, as a canary would.
God, I wish I knew a druid. It goes to them until like, Jules, I know you just kind of like disappeared or whatever, but I'm meeting up with Mordecai whenever you're gonna get done with your shopping or assassin dealing, whatever. I don't know. I got a bird now too. Oh, Mordecai. Also, I got a bird now. A guy in an alleyway gave it to me and told me not to let it go. So I have a canary.
What's its name?
I don't know yet. I'm still thinking on that.
Mordecai, as Jules and Reynald are out in the city, what would Mordecai be up to?
I'm digging deep into, especially the spell book that I found.
Okay.
What general kind of magics are in here? Are these like necromantic? Are there evocation? Is this an illusionary? Are there general focuses that I can see?
Trying to think of what kind of wizard Magpie would be. There'd probably be a fair amount of evocation magic, given her interest in the summoning of the black tentacles. Yes.
So evocation, conjuration type?
Yes, and many of them seem to be related to like the elements, like thunderclap, ray of frost, things like that.
How interesting. How quaint. I don't see fireball in here. What a waste.
So you're mostly staying in the All Tavern then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like sipping a beer, just reading through the books that I have in my possession now.
And as you are getting deeper into these books, there are a handful of them here that are proving to be of interest, but there is as you have become quite lost in your reading, you look up and you see a woman, and I'm sorry, I'm in my wrong point of the notes.
Sorry, and I'm just gonna, for visual, I have summoned my skeleton friend Bucky, and he is also pouring through these books, trying to help me. So you just see a skeleton in a corner with a book in his hand.
Bucky is actually the first one to notice this woman as he raises his head, and she is approaching you. She's thin with thin, broken teeth, and she starts to say, "Belial is here. Belial walks in Trikashnia." She turns her head sideways, smiling a toothy grin as she approaches.
Belial sits before you.
She ambles up. Her clothes are dirty and ragged. Belial is here! She gets close enough for you to smell her filth. She says, as she leans in, "Not you." She begins to laugh, and her breath is warm and moldy. Belial is here! And the people in the tavern begin to move away from her, and she begins just moving about in front of you.
I'm just going to whisper to her, "Thank you so much. Usually I'm the weird one."
She throws her head back and cackles as she begins to leave.
I'm going to send Lucky after her. My little invisible imp.
Okay. You just make a stealth check for Lucky.
Yes. I just want to see in what direction she goes.
Okay.
1 second. Oh, there it is. I'm just trying to find his character sheet. No, that's not what I meant to do.
That's okay. I also keyed in on you for this scene as you struggle.
So dexterity of +3. And
Okay.
do keep in mind he is invisible. I don't know if that would give him advantage.
Yes. Okay. Very good. 15.
Yes.
And this woman ambles out into the street. She seems to be just kind of screaming this wildly now. And she goes in some random direction, is kind of lost amidst the people.
I'm just gonna have him follow her long enough to see in what direction she goes.
Sure.
Not necessarily exact building or anything else.
Will you make a
Just what
perception check,
direction.
please?
Okay. Is he within 100 feet of me?
Yes.
My imp.
Yes.
Then I would like to do it through my eyes, as I look through his.
Okay.
Actually, that might be a worse idea. He might have a better. Oh no, it's the same, so it doesn't really matter. But I am going to use Devil's Own Luck on this,
Okay.
so that'll be a plus D10. So it's a 12 plus. Woo! 22.
Well, you're sure you see this woman walk into a crowd, and even as the people try to avoid her, several bump into her and jostle her, and she's hidden behind them for a moment, and then when they disperse, she's gone. Completely.
That's strange. All right. I'm going to have my little friend Lucky come back to me as I continue reading, and I'll turn to Bucky and say, "Did you read anything interesting?" I'll keep going.
No.
I don't pay you to complain.
I'm Mordecai. That lady was crazy, man. Did you hear what she's saying, though?
Strange. Where did she go?
I don't know. She's saying a lot about Belial. I don't know if she meant you or not. It seemed like maybe not.
Probably just a crazy fan.
Yeah, probably.
And I will continue with my studies
Okay, very
as
good.
I wait for my friends to come back.
And as that happens, the door to the tavern swing open. It's like, I got a bird, and I thought of a name. I'm naming this bird. It's a she. I'm naming it Julia. And it was someone very near and dear to my heart. That always really good neighbor to me. Such a kind woman. So now I got to keep this bird safe. Oh yeah, Mordecai. I'd like your expertise. And he kind of like sits next to him and like leans next to him. Guys, you're like the only other magic person I know, so you got to help me out here, man. Like an old guy gave me this bird, and I don't know if this bird is like magical, but he said that it has to stay next to me. And I think he's gonna like maybe like kill me if that doesn't happen. So can you like do something to see, is this bird like a bird? Or is this like a magical canary?
I'm gonna whiff and try to see if I can smell magic particles.
I'll make it. I want it to also be a perception and an arcana check, but it can only be one. I think it would be actually are you trained in perception?
No.
Okay. Just an intelligence check then, please.
Okay.
So you got like any idea what this bird is?
I think I know exactly what it is.
Oh, do you do? What is it?
It's clearly a baby griffin.
I kind of like put the canary on my fingers. Like, are you a baby griffin?
The lion part grows out eventually.
The bird tweets at you, almost seeming to laugh.
I've read about this in a book.
Okay, well, I don't know if you heard earlier, Canary. I don't even know if you had a name before this, but I've now have dubbed you Julia. So, is that okay with you? And I kind of like wait for a response.
You get as much of a response as you've been getting. This seems like a very friendly bird. Very good natured.
Okay, all right.
Can I tell if it's a male or female?
It's a girl. He said it was a girl, so I hope it is. It doesn't is okay. Maybe this is a leap of logic, but I don't remember Bahamut being the lord of like all things flying, just dragons in particular. Julia? Are you a dragon? I mean, we all got a little dragon in us, right? But are you like an actual dragon?
The bird tweets happily and fluffs its wings.
Right. I'm talking to her.
I'm gonna try something actually. I'm gonna speak to it in Draconic.
Oh, word! Yeah, I forgot there's more languages in common. That's right.
You got common and dwarf. That's pretty good.
Oh, I have more than that, friend. I speak in common. Common's not been working, obviously. Do you understand a dwarvish?
I just look at him. Like, what?
Do you understand orcish?
I wish I had a good bird call. I just don't.
Oh, Mordecai, here's the kicker. I speak to it in celestial. Are you a celestial angel of some kind?
The bird tweets happily.
I guess that would be more of a dove thing. You're right. Because those are closer to, the gods than they are like canaries. No offense. I guess, actually, it's kind of fitting because a canary is like a working man's bird because they use them in coal mines. And I'm like a dwarf that was a blacksmith. So it kind of makes sense.
It works.
It kind of works.
Mordecai, will you make a religion check, please?
Ooh, I'm really bad at those.
Well, I mean, Hey, man.
Let's see.
Anything is good here.
Yeah. I think I know exactly what this is.
Another 3.
Can I make a religion check? Trying to think, is there anything about birds anywhere in anything that I've heard about Bahamut whatsoever? Because I know it's mostly dragons, right? It could be like flying creatures too.
Do you have some kind of like new information that you consult? Because otherwise I'll have to just adjudicate it based off of the roll from earlier, unfortunately. Is there like a new... is there a book you have that talks about Bahamut?
I mean,
that Mordecai might have?
I mean, I have a lot of books.
Look, this is us speculating, right? And I can look through books and maybe get an answer. But also, I can just talk to Bahamut. Like, straight up. There's a spell I can use called commune. And I asked Bahamut 3 questions, and they answered truthfully. So I can ask Bahamut, hey, is this bird you? Is this bird good? I don't know, man. I can do divination real quick, and I could,
I'm gonna ask it in Draconic, are you good?
I speak in Celestial, are you good?
The bird seems to fluff its feathers out proudly.
I think it's good.
Yeah, you're a good bird, aren't you?
Its bird call sounds like something of a trumpet right now.
I don't want to like pet this thing because it could be like a dragon or something, and that'd be like really demeaning.
I'm gonna pet this thing.
Okay, you pet it.
The bird lets you pet it for a moment, and then it begins kind of jumping from your shoulder to various points in the tavern, windowsills.
You know what? We're lost. Let's follow the bird.
I stand up in the tavern and I shout, is anyone a follower of Bahamut in here?
A group of dwarves look over at you and they kind of grumble to themselves quietly.
Art? I yell in Dwarvish, are you or are you not?
Master Hook.
Yeah.
We are here.
You are? Okay. Can you help me out with something here?
What is it? One of the dwarves gets up, surly braided beard. You've met him earlier. The proprietor here, it would seem.
Okay. You gotta help me out here. Julia, come here. And I hold out my finger for it to land on my...
Nice bird.
Yeah. Is this a holy bird?
A holy bird, well, I mean...
Does it feel holy to you?
I'm not holding it. It's a nice birdie. Where did you get it?
A guy gave it to me.
A canary?
Yeah.
What kind of guy?
An old guy. He seemed really wise. He gave me like a prophecy.
An old guy, an old wise guy gave you a prophecy. And
yeah.
A golden canary.
Oh, word? This thing's gold? Maybe I missed that out in the initial description, but...
I mean, it's yellow, it's gold. I'd say gold. More of gold. What do you think, Mordecai?
I take out a gold piece. I'm trying to compare it.
It doesn't quite shine the same, but has a sheen on the feathers.
Is it like fool's gold then? It's like the type of shade we're going for?
I think we are talking fool's gold here, but that's something else. How many canaries?
I think he had like 10 or 12. Somewhere around there.
You know, there's a legend. The Platinum Dragon walks the many plains as an old man with 7 canaries. But you said 10 or 12.
This one had 10 or 12. It's not the right one.
That's the wrong number.
I, myself, generally don't remember how many birds this guy had.
I mean, if they're all flying about, it could be hard to count. Huh. What kind of prophecy does he talk about?
There's coming age when the metallic dragons will not hold their word, and then we'll
dragon prophecy.
Yeah, dragon prophecy. They're gonna like team up with some other dragons, and I have to yell at them and tell them, "No, don't do that," and then everyone will be happy with me.
You know, Hook, you're the only cleric we've had here in over a month. In the whole city.
Yeah, I seem like a good pick, don't I?
I mean, I wouldn't believe what you were telling me if that wasn't the case.
Man, this job just gets, like, more complicated.
The good news is we didn't have anything, and now we have a bird.
Yeah, that Bahamut potentially gave to me in person, and I just didn't know it.
You met your god, and you were severely disappointed. Congratulations.
No, I'm pretty hyped I got a bird. Don't get me wrong. That's awesome, but I don't know.
Bahamut's golden canaries, as you remember now, I'm sure. You are a cleric of Bahamut.
Yes, totally remember. Shift his eyes.
Gold worms. Ancient gold worms of tremendous power.
Hey,
I'm gonna start feeding this canary.
Yeah, Julia, are you hungry? Do you want some golden worms?
The bird happily takes bread.
I take out a gold piece, like, do you want to eat some gold?
The bird acts like a bird and bites at the gold piece.
You know where these golden worms might be at? Do I know where these golden worms might be at?
I doubt she's going to let you onto it, but if what you're telling me is true, then you're carrying something tremendous with you.
Look, man, I'll level with you. All right, and I start speaking to him in Dwarvish. Look, I was not like an official like conscript, you know. I mean, I tried to learn up as much as about Bahamut as I could when I started, you know, getting these like powers at first. But there's still a lot I don't know. But hey, that's the good about Bahamut, though. You know, you help a brother out. You know, you tell him some stuff he maybe didn't know a few minutes ago, and then everyone gets uplifted from that information because I feed this golden canary some golden worms from a sacred ground that seems like I can't step on, and then I prevent dragons from killing other people, and then everything's good. Wink.
Well, I hope so. You know, they say that Shograflees is one of Bahamut's great worms.
Just feed this. Well, if I feed this bird Shograflees, there's going to be no light out. Man.
I don't know if it's coincidence, but you see, the sun didn't come today. The dragon never flew.
This is complicated, man. You know what? I gotta read some more books about this stuff, I swear. Do you have like a pamphlet I could read about this stuff by chance? Because, you know, there's no like one official library where all this stuff is at, to my knowledge. I can just go and like read up on everything, but
no, there's no temple here. Not for Bahamut.
Damn. And I mean, I'm kind of like a wanted like criminal on the last continent I jumped from, so I can't really go there and find a temple either.
There are temples to Shograflees throughout the city. That might be somewhere you could look.
I'll go to one of those. Sure, I'll show them the bird, and they'll probably freak out, and be like, "Oh my God, it's a golden canary," and I don't know what that's about. And I'll ask them. Man, hey, thank you so much.
This seems like you could use a drink. And are you guys going to be staying again tonight? Because I have to charge you for your rooms this time. Sorry.
Yeah. We gave you 5 gold earlier. I'm not. Yeah.
I thought that was a gift. I mean, was that
a
gift or was it payment?
I'll give you more. That's fine.
I'm not asking you to give me. I'm just, if you want to stay in a room here tonight, I need some money to hold it for you. That's all.
How much?
Yeah, how much?
2 silver each. It's nothing.
I give him a gold piece. It's like, yeah, that should cover me in jewels and.
Okay.
Yeah. We should all be good from that.
The golder the coin, the better the service.
Yeah, and consider it a tip for all the information you just given me because I genuinely didn't know.
I'm really surprised you didn't know that. You're a cleric of
I know,
Bahamut.
but I could speak Celestial though, and I started speaking Celestial at him. And I was like, "See, that's pretty weird."
If what you said is true, I think that you may have met your god.
Whoa. I'll have to commune later and ask him and be like, "Hey, did I meet you?"
Unless it was Rispaton.
No, we met him earlier. I know what he looks like.
Rispaton, the deceiver.
No, yeah, I saw his true form. I'm pretty sure, or maybe it wasn't, but he's pretty grotesque up close. Not a person you want to see. He kind of ashed 10 wizards immediately.
Yes.
Very strong guy. Well, I now have a mission. I need to go talk to some people about some Sugarfleece stuff. Thank you very much.
All right, I'll have your room ready for you.
Okay, thank you very much. And Rhino just gets a drink. He sits down for a little bit and he starts thinking about everything.
I'm just gonna hand Reynold the book and say, "Start reading." We have so much to get through.
I know. Rhino just starts reading half-habitually. He's like, he's really, his mind's unfocused right now. He just got a lot of info dumped on him.
And as you do come back, it is past midday now. And I know that Brahms has been ever present on your mind. And Brahms had mentioned that his trial would have taken place at midday today.
Oh, yeah, he might be dying right now.
It might be over, it might be taking place, or just before. I just wanted to throw that into the cauldron here that we're all brewing.
Yeah, sure, I could talk to him. Mordecai, you wanna write up a letter? 25-word letter?
Ask him if there's anything he'd like us to do for him
Okay.
as the last rites.
Okay. Has the trial happened yet? If not, good luck. Any last rites?
And maybe mention if you're banished, like we were going to be. Let us know.
If banished, let us know.
We'll rescue you.
We'll come for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 5 words. I'll say message you later tonight in case he's not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll message you later tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So I cast sending, and I send a message to Brahms saying, "Has the trial happened yet? If not, good luck. Any last rites? If banished, let us know. We'll come for you. I'll message you later tonight."
And a few moments pass, and you have a response. "They considered my testimony. I blamed you. I will get an extended paid leave. Going to debriefing now. The council will seek to find you."
Cool.
Great news. This is
He's
the
not
best
dying.
This is amazing.
That's
Finally.
honestly good news. He isn't dead. He blamed us. That's kind of fair.
That was smart.
Yeah,
I would have done that.
I would have done that too. Honestly, helps keep him apparent. He's got paid leave. What a deal he
baller.
got. shoot, I should message him now and be
I
like,
feel like we got the short end of that deal.
yeah, I should tell him, good job. Good job. We're hanging out. Yeah, fuck it. I'll send him another message. Good. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm drafting up another sending message. Good job on the leave. This is sounding very much like an email. Good job on the leave. Good idea with the blame. With the blaming us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Anything else? Tell them.
Reiterate that the thing with the spider.
Oh, yeah. Rispin tongue messing stuff up over here. Can you help us at all? Question mark, right?
We'll be leaving this continent soon.
Will we though?
Yeah. Aren't we trying to hunt down answers regarding the mask?
Yeah. I had some ideas when I was talking to Jules about how to, like we got an order of operations going. It's just gonna have to take place over a few days because I gotta, get the correct spells and such.
Of course.
But I don't think I should tell him that we're gonna leave the continent soon. Just that. Just ask him if he can help us or do anything about the giant demonic army or anything about. Oh, I know what to ask him. I know what to ask him.
Council should be able to do something.
Okay. That's all. Rispin tongue is still rampant. Do they know where we are? Do you know what continent we're on? Because that'll be good to know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 4 words left. What do you want to say?
Love you very much.
Love you, good night. Gotcha. Love you, good night. Okay. Alright, and I cast sending again, and I tell him, good job on the leave! Good idea with the blaming us. Rispin tongue is still rampant. Do they know where we are? Love you, good night. To Brahms.
And by that, do they know where you are? You mean who?
The council.
The council, because he said they're mad at us, like even more so. So I'm wondering if they know exactly where we're at, or if they think we're still banished to the.
I understand.
Destination.
He takes a moment and then responds, "Do not be found on Onthold. The Master of Order has no power on Frelsey. That's the name of the continent that you all are on now. Okay. I must wait to return. Please help Plaz."
Okay, cool. Well, he said that as long as we don't step on foot on Onthold, the Master of the Order won't kill us because he doesn't have power here. So, theoretically, we can stay here, as long as we want. I mean, we kind of traded one for another because one was a giant wizard cabal, the other is this demon named Rispin tongue that's doing stuff. God, everything's so. Oh. That's fine. We're good.
I feel like we can take on the spider army.
Honestly, I think we have better chances with the spider army than we do a bunch of wizards.
Bit by bit, not all at once.
No, God, of course not. No.
But we can whittle down their numbers and maybe save the
world?
The continent for now.
Yeah, it'd be kind of suck if this place was all spider infested.
Yeah, that wouldn't be great.
Mordecai, why do these things happen to us, man?
I think I'm cursed.
No, what? You're literally cursed. Yeah, no. And I tried, and nothing's worked. But maybe I'm cursed. Maybe that's the issue. We didn't check me or Jules for. Where is Jules anyway? Jules?
Jules is at hand in the All Tavern with you.
Oh, hey, yeah, he's being mopey in the corner.
DM.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember what exactly did I need to do in order to remove the mask.
Okay.
This was instructions I received from the Giver of Faces.
Yes. So you've been given kind of two options. One from the Giver of Faces and then one from Belial, so to speak. Belial telling you, come give it back, essentially, would be the option that he's offering. And then the Giver of Faces, the devil Makazel, the one who the original ritual was on behalf of, came to you on the ship ride, I believe it was, to Frelsey, and asked that you essentially inscribe specific symbols into a source of power somewhere on Gira, a source of moderate to significant power. And the images flash before your eyes, and you're able to recall them.
Would I know if there's one anywhere near us?
You haven't really looked into that yet, so you would need to ask around. Doing so, you're at the All Tavern. The dwarves here have been friendly so far. Do you wish to ask them if they have any information about it?
I feel like it would be unwise to do so in my current appearance, despite the fact that they've been accommodating. So I'm going to take the face of our old dear friend Derek. It has served me well so far. And as him, I'm going to go around asking questions.
Okay. What kind of questions do you ask?
Significant sources of power. So, generally, I'm imagining some sorts of like monuments to gods, things of that nature.
Okay. Will you
Places of worship.
Sure. As you attempt to gather the information, will you make a charisma check, please?
Yes. And I'm going to go ahead and use Devil's Own Luck on this.
Okay.
So that's not too bad.
Oh, 20. Okay.
So it's a 22.
So, as you ask about on the streets, you learn that the Aeolian people are kind of an extension of the people of Onthul, the main continent that you all have come from. And they were separated until recently for several generations. And originally they sought sources of power on the tundra that stretches for miles in every direction from here. But they found only the barren tundra locally. And sugar fleas, brought them enough light so that they could live in the hills that were revealed when the snow melted. And Shanti planted an orchard for the Aeolian people. So there are not many sources in the area. The only thing that would be considered a source would be the grapha itself. At least in the near locality. It's kind of an anomaly as far as the rest of Unfold and to your knowledge, because these sources do seem to be quite plentiful, generally speaking, but for some reason this plane of snow seems to be barren of them, bereft. If you were to, there are sources far to the south along the sea, maybe several days' journey, or, as you learned, the grapha itself is the, main, most only source in this near region.
I'm going to share this information with Reynold.
Okay. So it would take some travel to find a source for this cause. Again, perhaps along the coast, either to the south, maybe in the Frelsey shipyards, although none have been discovered there yet, and then the grapha, as I've already said.
And you said how many sources would I have to engrave?
This devil requested one.
Just one. So I'll tell Reynold the grapha is an option, and we would have to return there anyways if we want to fight back against these spiders.
An option for what?
A deal.
The first time hearing about a deal. Now I know that's kind of your whole shebang, so I'm kind of cautious on this one. What would you be getting out of it?
Well, like the gods feud, devils do too.
Okay.
Belial has an enemy,
And it's that guy, right?
the giver of faces.
Right. So the deal of some sort is that we go and clear out one of these places, and then what?
Well, by engraving his mark on an item of power, such as this, I believe that it allows him somewhat of a foothold on this plane. Enough to be able to remove the mask.
Interesting. Interesting.
It would be something similar to the idol of Bahamut that we came across previously.
Okay. Well, that's not particularly great, in my opinion. I mean, I know you got this thing on your face and you would love to get it off. And so would we, honestly, because it's freaky sometimes. You know what that would do, right?
Well, here's where I'm at with that. There's already an enemy in that area.
Okay.
So if they were to fight each other, it wouldn't be necessarily a bad situation for us.
He would fight the spider guy.
Again, none of these things are on good terms with each other. They're all tricksy devils.
Okay, can I make like a religion check to see if I understand if one of these forces is more powerful than the other? Like, I don't know how expansive my knowledge on the Nine Hells is, but
you can make a check, and you can yes, you can make a religion check.
Okay. So I got 25 on the thing that isn't directly related to me, of course. Not when I'm meeting my god or whatever, but when I'm talking about devils, yeah, sure.
So there are a lot of devils at play here, and You recall that in ancient times, Rispatung and Makazel were rivals. And this was a play by Rispatung to cede power from Makazel through the use of the Devil Sydney in Sydney concocting the potion or what have you that caused the 8 faces of humiliation. And Makazel retaliated by committing deeds on behalf of these devils while wearing their faces, creating their reputations, creating what they are known for, their domains, so to speak. And these are the faceless devils. And, of course, they yearn to have their faces back. However, the two you speak of, Makazel, Rispatung, as rivals, first Rispatung was weaker when Makazel held power. And after Makazel fell from power, Rispatung too was taken by the Girabolsh when Rispatung went to move against Lolth. And that is essentially one of the last times Rispatung was heard of until just days ago.
Yeah, until he came out of a magic force cube in a wizard tower.
And when Rispatung originally acted, she was an exarch of Lolth. And now it appears she's become much more.
Well, Mordecai, it seems that these two, like you said, have been at each other's throats for a while. Do you think, because I'm hesitant to agree to this because it's putting one person in place of the other, and it's just trading an evil for another evil. I guess it can be a lesser evil? Because what do you think, like, Makazel would do in place of Rispatung? Like, because this guy is just doing spiders and bugs and stuff and, like, webbing up a city. What do you think this face guy would do if he was in power of, like, a city?
He seeks vengeance against those that we wish to stand against.
Right.
So I would not call him an ally.
Enemy of my enemy type deal.
But an enemy of my enemy. Someone we can use.
God. It feels weird because I'm like a cleric of like a holy deity, and I'm like, with you in particular, and like your connection and whatever this is, it's like removed enough for me to like not feel so weird about it,
I mean, for me, the benefit would be the removal of this mask.
Right.
Now, I don't care about the appearance part of it. I could care less. My confidence is big enough to carry me. But the fact that it can see through my eyes and hear through my ears, it bothers me. To know that there are a pair of eyes beside my own.
And you think that if we were to get Makazel up in here and we were to help him completely destroy this spider guy,
we have a deal.
That you would get that face off.
He gets the mask, and I get it off of me.
Cool.
He wants to keep the mask away from the face's original owner.
So interesting.
So he would rather that I return it than to him than to.
This is so hard to scheme because it's like he's like there and he like knows everything, don't you? And I look in the eyes of the face mask. God.
It almost feels as though Belial is smiling back at you with a ghastly face.
Yeah, I know. God, man. If you were Mordecai, this is such a wild idea. I don't even know if this would work. But he can see and he hear everything you do, right? And
right.
we assume he can also hear your thoughts, correct?
Yes.
Would you like be able to, and this is such a Hail Mary, be able to mindlessly write down some paper out of view that I could then look at? Because if you write something that's out of view, you're not saying it, you're not looking at it. And if you can thoughtlessly do it without thinking of what you're writing, then that would be technically a form of communication that we could have.
I would probably argue no.
Right? And that's why it's a Hail Mary, because if you have to write it, you're thinking it on some sort of level.
It might not be a surface thought, but it would be there.
Yeah. God. Bahamut, you were here like you could have like stuck around a little longer, you know? You could have made a lot of this easier. Okay.
So what do you want to do?
Man.
I mean, I would argue it's an army of demonic creatures led by a powerful devil.
Right.
How can we make that any worse?
You know it's gonna be worse, right? Like it's just gonna be bad.
I mean, one end of the world is just as bad as two end of the worlds.
And I guess technically we get something out of it. God, this is such a devil's advocate situation. Why'd you put me in this, Mordecai? I'm literally playing devil's advocate here. Ah.
I think that's a. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When the cleric is the devil's advocate.
This is so strange.
I think that's a good place to end the adventure for tonight.
Yeah.
I know Chris has some trouble getting connected again, so he'll be back with us next week.
I absolutely need his input because this is such a hard decision just to be made by myself.
Definitely. I appreciate everybody who hangs out, watches the game. Drop in live Monday nights at 6 Pacific. Check us out on the various podcasting platforms. And until next time, the adventure continues.